Alright guys, we finally have a new act. We've got Sova nerfs, a new battle pass, RGX 2.0, and the game's newest initiator, Fade.
I've seen your darkest fears. Mine would eat them alive.
This is the most exciting update we've seen in months, so let's get right into it. Alright, so back on March 28th, our favorite Valorant data miner, Mike, started sharing info about the game's newest agent. He confirmed that they're an initiator and even shared some info regarding their abilities. Fast forward to April 15th, and Mike came in clutch for us once again. He confirmed that the new agent's name is Fade and that RGX 2.0 is releasing with a fucking butterfly knife. Then, a few days later, Riot gave us our first look at her during the Masters broadcast, and almost immediately the entire community showed just how down bad they are. After weeks of people begging Fade to respectfully step on them, she's finally playable. So let's take a look at her kit. Fade's signature ability, Haunt, allows you to throw an orb that reveals enemies caught in its line of sight. A small trail can be seen on the ground, which leads you to any revealed opponents. Her Q ability, Seize, throws another orb that explodes where it lands and keeps enemies briefly locked within its radius. Fade's C ability, Prowler, sends out a cat in a straight line. It locks onto enemies or trails in its frontal vision cone and chases them down. If you get hit by it, you will become nearsighted. You can also hold down your fire button to manually steer Prowler. Finally, we have her ult, Nightfall. Nightfall sends out a wave of nightmare energy that goes through walls and is similar in size to Breach's ult. A trail will lead you towards any enemies who are hit by it, and they'll also be deafened and decayed by 75. All of this sounds pretty crazy, but here's Scream's initial reaction to Fade.
No, don't tell me this. Oh, what the fuck? No, not like this, bro. Hey, bro. Wait. Close the game. No.
Alongside the release of Fade, we're finally getting some long overdue Sova nerfs. His shock darts now do 75 damage, and his drone only lasts 8 seconds and only pings enemies twice when you tag them. So now double shock dart kills will be nearly impossible if your opponent buys full armor. And now that we've got the important stuff that actually affects the game out of the way, let's move on to what actually matters. The new cosmetics. We've got a new battle pass with some cool new player cards and skins. And honestly, these Cobra Coalition variants are pretty clean for battle pass skins. Q shift is also pretty nice, but I'm really not too sure how I feel about the SYS skins. But if you've been on Twitter in the past week, you've likely seen a million giveaways for the RGX 2.0 skins. They look f***ing incredible. Yeah, I'm definitely buying that. Anyways, it's safe to say that this update might shake up the meta in a big way. Fade looks pretty cool so far, but although Sova's pick rate has been on a steady decline for a while, I wouldn't exactly call him dead just yet. That said, players have been pulling off some pretty sick plays using the intel that Fade provides.
Nading, close, 2. Go.
Considering every single initiator has eventually made their way into pro play, I think it's pretty likely that some teams will cook up dope executes with Fade. That Raise-Nade combo is pretty sick. It's too early for me to say if she's broken or not, so we'll just have to wait and see. But for now, here's what Ethos had to say about her.
I don't think she's necessarily overpowered, and I also don't think she is like super fun. She's not like a Reyna or like a Sky or like a KO, you know, where you just like don't flash for yourself and just like killing a lot of people. I don't think that. Definitely a lot more of a supporting info type of initiator. Kind of somewhere in between the full-on info that Sova provides and like the full-on like self-sufficiency that like Sky or KO provides.
I'm kind of sad because we won't see Fade in pro play for a few weeks, but I'm sure some teams will pick her up in the coming months. I love this next line. I'd let Fade step on me. You wouldn't let me say it though. I tagged this guy on Ascent yesterday and he was like on catwalk and I was sitting in like near pizza. It like pinged him like 3 times and I was able to get the wall bang with like a bulldog. And I was thinking about it, I'm like, I don't get this kill. Next patch. Let's move on to what actually matters. The new cosmetics. A little sly smile. New cosmetics.